Everybody, Gabe Suarez here. Kind of the first day back after the weekend class. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of grueling because it was hot out there. I think I cooked myself a little bit. Anyway, this topic that we talked about in class that I think is important, especially the way that I described it, and that's the spectrum of refinement for your shooting. We did this in class. We experimented, and we did a number of drills. And after the drills were done, I kind of queried the students, okay, which one gave you the best results, and so on. It was pretty much unanimous. Okay, so on the extreme one end of the spectrum, you have a low need for accuracy. So let's say you got somebody, I don't know, 10 feet away or something like that. Nice and close. Down the length of a car. Something very, very close. Police officer walking up to a traffic stop from the back of the car to the front of the car, that sort of thing. Okay. And then it extends out from there. Medium range, lower, greater range. Not only range, but also the type of target that you have, the type of shot that you need to make. Shooting a bad guy in the chest at 15 feet is a little different than shooting him in the eyeball at 15 feet. And so you have to be able to do all of them, okay? So on one extreme end, you have low expectation of accuracy, low needs for accuracy, because you have a big, giant target. It's like shooting this big, heavy bag this close, okay? We look at three things. Visual focus, what the eyes are doing, okay, in terms of where they're focusing and what they're seeing, and then trigger management. And that goes from one extreme, very close target, very quick action, to a more difficult target, either a very distant target or a very difficult target up close. Okay, so here we go. Four that we looked at. When you have something that you have low accuracy requirements, you focus hard on the target. You can do things with these red dot pistols that were difficult to do with weapons that had iron sights, because the dot and the target in the same visual plane. However, there are some things that you will become aware of when you start testing yourself. Anyway, back to the discussion. Low requirements for accuracy. Hard focus on the target. Both eyes open. You see the dot on the same visual field as the target. As far as the trigger, if you're running DA pistols, you just press through. Double action, you don't worry about it. If you're running a striker fired pistol, you just press that trigger hard, fast, until the bad guy falls down. That's the lowest one. The funny thing is that's where most gun people train, because that's the easiest one. It makes them feel good. It's loud and running and gunning and all that jazz. Okay. The next one comes when the target is a little bit more difficult. Maybe it's a partial target or a little bit more distance. Okay. Visual focus hard on the target. Soft focus on the dot. Okay. Now, what I mean hard focus, soft focus. Your eye cannot focus on two things at the same time. So I can be looking at my finger here and not at the camera, or I can be looking at the camera and not at my finger. Neither one disappears when I change that visual focus. So if I am having hard focus on my finger, I can still see the camera, although it's not in crystal clear focus as it would be. Okay, that's what we used to do with front sight, rear sight target, and all that jazz. Okay, we're able to take shortcuts now. So hard focus on the target, soft focus on the dot. That means that you're focusing on the target and you're still seeing the dot, although you are not visually bringing your focus onto that dot. Okay, both eyes are open. If you're running a double action, you just again press straight through. If you're running striker fired pistol, this is where you may stage the trigger, take it to the wall, break through, and so on. You're not going to see any accuracy difference either way. Okay. The next one, much higher expectation of accuracy. This is, you've got a partial target, you've got a head that's exposed, that sort of thing. Okay. Now this is where, all those experts on YouTube are going to want to argue with me, but you know what? We ran drills and it was pretty much unanimous that focusing hard on the dot as if it was a front sight will yield a greater degree of accuracy than if you focus hard on the target and soft focus on the dot. So when your accuracy requirements are high, you bring that visual focus into the dot like it was a front sight, and soft focus on the target. and it's there. Now, yeah, you may be able to do wondrous things focusing on the target all the way out to 300 yards or whatever, but you know what? You'll be better if you try what we're suggesting here, okay? So higher expectations of accuracy, hard on the dot, soft on the target, okay? This is where you might start thinking about closing the non-dominant eye to aid in that focus on the dot, okay? Now, we didn't do it in this drill. We kept both eyes open, and that worked just fine. If you're running a double action pistol, this is where you go to single action and you take that shortcut. If you're running a striker fired pistol, you take it to the wall, you hold it, you breathe, you break the shot. Okay? Now, the extreme accuracy requirements. This is, hostage rescue type stuff. Okay? Hard focus on the dot, soft focus on the target. Okay? Non-dominant eye, definitely closed. We had everybody in class, when they closed the non-dominant eye and focused on the dot, they had better accuracy. It's what I've been preaching forever with these. For extreme accuracy, you use the dot like it was a front sight. Okay? Definitely single action. If you're running a striker fired pistol, again, take it to the wall, stage it, breathe, break. Really extreme focus on fundamentals of marksmanship. So low accuracy requirements, hard on the target, ignore the dot, both eyes open, double action press, or just press that trigger hard and fast. Okay, alignment is based on your grip and your point. Medium accuracy requirements, hard on the target, soft on the dot. You start noticing the dot. Both eyes open, double action press, or striker fired. Just go ahead and press through. Don't worry too much about having to stage that, although it'll help. High accuracy requirements, hard focus on dot, soft focus on target. Both eyes open still. If you're running a double action pistol, slap that hammer on single action. If you're running striker, stage that trigger, hold it, breathe, and break. Extreme focus, hard focus on the dot, or extreme accuracy requirement, hard focus on the dot, soft focus on the target, non-dominant eye closed. Okay, you do close that non-dominant eye, allow you to focus better on the dot. Go to single action or very, very careful use of the striker fired trigger on striker fired weapons. Anyway, that's it, guys. Spectrum of refinement. That's how we run it. It works really well. We had guys, taking headshots out to 50 yards, and almost everybody made body shots out to 100 with a 10-yard zero, and we even had a few overachievers go all the way out to 150, but by that time, I got to tell you, we were smoked. We were ready for something cold. So, but it was a great class. I'm going to have, a few more next year. If you want to know how to run a red dot like a combat pistol, let me rephrase that. Run an optics pistol like a combat pistol, not something you play games with. Come and see us. We started this whole movement way back in 2009, and it's been a great trip. And you know what? We've got some innovations and some ideas that, they help you to run this better. So anyway, that's it. All right, get out there and train. The bad guys are doing it. You might as well do it too. Peace out.